Pretty nice weather for the next several days, and we only have a little cool front moving in this week to talk about really as far as any big changes go with our weather. 68 in New Orleans, looking so beautiful outside. Most of our temperatures here in the upper 60s to about 70. And as I mentioned, our highs today were middle 70s. I looked at the current conditions from earlier this afternoon and I was like, this is it. This is the perfect day. We have our winds coming in just a little bit for just a little movement in the air from the northwest and west up to about 10 miles per hour. We also have dry air. We have pretty low dew point temperatures. To me, it was feeling a little more like fall than spring since we got this hit of this slightly drier air. What we have now, surface high pressure, especially building out to the west of us. A little front here. This is just going to sag to the south and really not do very much change or make much change to our forecast. Even in the upper atmosphere, these oranges and reds showing that drier air moving in, and then we're going to see just high pressure ridging over the next couple of days. So normally that just continues our quiet spell and often warms us up a little bit, and that's what we are expecting into tomorrow and likely through Tuesday and Wednesday before our next front moves in. Hour by hour this evening, though, we're just dropping into the 50s. Our overnight lows expected likely in the middle 40s, maybe even some lower 40s north of the lake. If you're south of the lake, temperatures will be around 50. So in New Orleans, waking up right around 50, clear skies, and again, turning a little bit chilly. Here are those overnight low temperatures for early tomorrow. So just a chilly to cool kind of start, and then tomorrow looks beautiful. I have us right in the same temperature range that we saw yesterday and today. Tomorrow about 76, 77 for the high. Overall, super nice day. We'll see our winds starting from the north and then east, and then eventually becoming from the south, and that will bring in just a little more humidity and also a little warmth for the beginning of the work week. Cycling forecast, it would be almost perfect tomorrow morning. South of the lake will start in the 50s for the morning and then just get into the 60s. And look how little wind. Actually, tonight we're expecting almost calm conditions, so won't have to fight the wind too much. And if you're north of the lake, you can bring your temperatures down into the 40s for the early part of the day, and then you'll be gradually getting into the 50s and 60s. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're almost at 80 degrees. And note our normal or average high right now is 68, and we're looking a good bit above that for the next few days. Then we drop Thursday maybe into the 60s for highs, maybe even middle 60s. And then at the end of the upcoming week, we'll be right around 70 for those high temperatures. Our drought monitor, by the way, if you haven't seen this yet this week, this was the newly updated version that came out on Thursday. We're almost finished with the drought, pretty much completely for the area. Only one spot, especially far south near the coast, under that lowest category, abnormally dry. So this is a good thing, finally getting out of that pattern that we were in for almost a year. Looking at also the full moon kind of forecast tonight, it will be absolutely gorgeous. Really the night of, which was officially last night, but the nights on either side always look almost as perfect. So this was from Jay Weiss and Metairie and Sean Gautreaux from Bucktown. Thanks for those photos. And again, will be a very pretty moon rising later on this evening and looking good tonight. Tomorrow looks splendid. I hope you enjoy it. Maybe you can get outside and do something fun. Monday looks great too. Tuesday, we're almost at 80 degrees, and you'll note the humidity going up a little bit, maybe that slightly more spring-like feel as opposed to the really drier feel we've had over the past day or so. Wednesday and Thursday, you can see only slight chances of rain. And then next weekend, we're expecting a warm front to our south and a little low pressure area skirting along our coast. So that may bring our rain chance up a little bit. Right now, I have about 30% Friday, 30% chance of rain Saturday. So not a washout, but we'll keep you updated as we get closer. Right now, it looks like at least some scattered rain and highs around 70.
Alexandra, thank you so much. We now have